Yeah. Let's go.
It's stadium seats, so what does that mean? That mean it's Frizz, Gemz, and Tay, and we hot in the scene. Every platform possible, you know it's the team. To emails, the airways, down we counting the streams, it's love. To all the sports fans that's rocking the building. And when we turn, please admit that you're craving the feeling. Frizz and Gemz, please believe. You know how we rock, right? Tay with the red bottoms, now she taking the spotlight. Frizz, let's make sure we get that #1 spot tight. Cause when we rock right, we do tours, take top flights, the tailgate crazy. The fans, they amaze me. Salute to all the fans that been rocking with us lately. Love.
Yeah.
Stadium seats.
And now, introducing your Stadium Seats podcast crew from Pittsburgh, PA. Stand up, Frizz Nation, Frizz! Also hailing from Pittsburgh, PA, that dude with the smooth groove, Gemz! Finally, the red bottom queen from Brownsville, Texas, Tay! Stadium Seats, we here, let's go! Stadium Seats.
What's up?
Yeah. Let's
Frizz.
go.
Gemz, Tay, we're all back.
Hey.
The crew's back.
Back in business.
What's good? What's going down?
The weekend's
Not
going
much.
down. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Happy Friday, y'all.
Happy Friday night.
Happy Friday.
Yay. Like it.
It's Friday, y'all. Get that Ice Cube tuned in. Let's go. Hey,
So
before we
how's
start the show, hit us up at Seat Stadium on our Twitter. Tay's over here just laughing. I don't know why.
Hey, I missed the last podcast, okay? So I'm happy to be here.
Hit us up at Seat Stadium on our Twitter. Okay, follow us. Stadium Seats Podcast at gmail.com. Email us. We want to hear. Hey, before we get started, Lem Dog, what is up?
What's up, Lem Dog?
We sent your t-shirt in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
What's good? Did you get it? Did you send us a fake address?
Yeah, I haven't heard from him.
Gemz, have you heard from him?
He should have gotten it by now. We mailed
I
it
haven't.
before Christmas.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Lim Dog, but
Well,
hopefully he got it.
I don't know.
Or she.
Man.
He's okay.
Speaking of emails,
Yeah.
let's kick this.
Let's kick it.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1,
Yep.
2.
Stadium Seats Podcast at gmail.com email segment. Let's go. What do we got on the email tip, Tay?
We got a repeat emailer, Mr. Brandon.
Shout out, Brandon. What's going down?
Brandon's a stadium seat
Brandon.
premium seat holder. So Brandon,
Premium.
premium.
Whoa, premium?
Uh-huh. I just made that up, but it's going to become a thing, watch.
Okay.
He wants to know, for Frizz and Gemz, what's your early top 2 picks for the NFL draft since the season's wrapping up? For the Bengals and the Redskins.
Well,
I'll
go ahead. Go. Kick it
it's
off.
It's kind of a no-brainer. I'm going to say Burrow, right? Obviously.
Yeah, number 1 overall.
He'll be going to the Bengals. So hopefully he has a good career there, or he gets out of there. The number 2, I gotta go with Chase. I like what Chase done, his body of work at Ohio State. Now there's been some games that when he played up against some NFL caliber players that he didn't do as great, but I think he'll be ready. I think he'll get that number 2 spot. Coming out
I like that
on
pick
the
too,
board.
Jabs. I think Chase Young would do well with the Redskins. They need some defensive help, so definitely like that pick.
Yeah, and
And also,
I tell you what though, Judy isn't far
Yep.
away. He's not far away.
They could use a receiver
shout
too.
out to,
So
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, his follow-up question to this is, do you think the Redskins' new head coach, Ron Rivera, can turn this dumpster fire team around?
Nah, dumpster fire team.
Yeah, I like that terminology.
Wow. I like that. Go ahead, Frizz.
Yeah, I do. I think he's the right guy for the job. I think he got a lot of leadership. It's just if he's going to be able to get a defense going over there, really. They don't need very much help on the defensive side, but I definitely think, they're going to stick with Haskins, I think. I don't know about you, Gemz, but I think they're going to stick with him. But they need to give him some offensive weapons. He needs to settle in and stop taking selfies on the sideline and get ready for victory formation. What do you got, Gemz?
Frizz, I agree 100% with you. On the defensive side with Ron Rivera, and they just hired Jack Del Rio, right, as a defensive coordinator. So I think on the defensive side, they're going to solidify that side up. It's going to be pretty good, I think, because they're both defensive-minded individuals there. But on the offensive side, has the Washington Redskins hired a front office? Do they even want Haskins? What's that situation? Has reports even came out about the front office? Do they want Haskins, or there's a lot of quarterbacks out there in the draft maybe that could fit Washington's system better than Haskins? So we're just going to have to wait and see. But again, selfies, cut it out. Let's get back to, the gridiron and put some stats on the board there.
No doubt. I definitely agree with you there.
Football basics.
I definitely agree with you there. I think that's what's going to happen. And I think that Ron Rivera is going to do a heck of a job. B-Hap.
What's up, Brendan?
You are Stadium Seats
Premium
season ticket holder here.
Premium.
We appreciate that. You're in the boxes. He's in the VIP boxes.
Yeah, I didn't know he was giving out premium.
Well, it's the new year. So.
Well, that's what's up. What
that's
do you get the free buffet and stuff?
Well,
in those seats, free drinks, free buffet.
You get. You know what? You won't know until you get there. So.
Tay, real quick, did you get red bottoms?
You know
for
what?
Christmas?
I did not.
No.
I did not. But quite honestly, they were not on my list.
What did you get?
What did I get? I got a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, all right.
But I didn't have those red bottoms on my list.
Like one thing. Name one thing you got.
One thing that I got.
Yeah.
A lot of food. I got.
That's good.
Well, one of the things that I really, 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 really wanted was some new sunglasses. I got those very nice sunglasses. I got a GoPro. Nice. That was on my list. I've been wanting a GoPro for some time.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm an outdoorsy type of person. So watch out, world. Here I come.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. How awesome is that going to be to go to sporting events with a GoPro? Boom.
You're right.
No, that's good. That's awesome. Yeah.
How about you guys?
I got a couple jerseys for Christmas.
Frizz?
I know that.
Frizz got a jersey.
I hate on me, but my jersey game is strong. And, I rock the black and gold all the time. So I added to my collection to all 55 Steeler jerseys now that I have, past, future, and present.
Now 60 jerseys.
So, I rock them. I used to, when I was younger, rock NBA jerseys a lot, but I don't even own one.
You don't have NBA jerseys?
No, definitely not anymore.
That's sad.
I know that is. I got to rock those in the summer.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Summertime, definitely NBA jerseys. Yeah.
I got to get that Miami Vice one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Miami.
What about you, Gemz?
Mm-hmm. You know what? I got a great big coffee mug. I love it.
Is it one of those cool, funny ones with like those funny ones that has like a snarky remark on it?
No, it's not snarky. It just says, I am the best dad. So
sweet.
Yeah, I like it. I drink it all the time. You got it,
Yo, you got a coffee mug drinking espresso.
You know what?
Grande latte.
I got a personal Keurig too.
I do decaf. I do decaf cream, no sugar, no Splenda.
Why don't you just drink water if you're going to do decaf?
I try to stay away from sugar.
Let's move on.
Presents the Play Clock segment.
Play Clock segment.
Yeah, my favorite segment.
Here we go, Gemz.
Y'all going to start complaining again?
This is the time that Gemz gets cheated all the time. But whatever.
All right. Y'all know the rules. 40 seconds on the clock for each response. So right after one of you responds, immediately the second one gets to respond. So the clock starts right after the first response ends. Y'all got it? Y'all got it. Okay.
I'm down.
Got it.
Since Gemz, you say Frizz always gets cheated on, Frizz, we're going to start with you.
Oh.
Question number 1.
Yo.
Let's start with college hoops. Which NCAA basketball team is starting to show some promise as we enter January?
Wow. Okay. This is broad. Let's go. The West Virginia Mountaineers. The West Virginia Mountaineers just knocked off number 2 Ohio State. Okay. They're up to number 22 right now before the new rankings come out. They've been tearing it up as of late. Okay. I definitely think that, I can't even pronounce his name, but I call him Tashibwe. Okay. Tashibwe's leading it with 11.8 points a game. And definitely Culver is tearing it up on the defensive side. West Virginia Mountaineers starting to tear it up. Look out for them.
Under 40 seconds. Just call him T.
That's good.
Tashibwe, man.
Just call him T.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead, Gemz.
Yeah, it's all good. All right. Well, a couple days ago or last week, they were ranked number 19, the Kentucky Wildcats. They beat number 3, Louisville, 78-70. So, you know what? I'm thinking that Kentucky shows some promise here due to the fact that, they started the season off a little shaky, losing back-to-back games and going into the Christmas break. So I think that with this significant win right here, that's going to make up for the big losses they had in the beginning of the season.
Dang, he got like 2 minutes.
In the SEC,
You
there's
got
only
40
2
seconds
teams.
just like you did.
Whoa.
Seemed like forever.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I see y'all going to start complaining. Okay, you know what? I got to give this one to Frizz.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm telling you these points so y'all won't say I cheated.
Well, you cheated now. I mean, you gave him a point, and he was stumbling.
Wow, I just can't pronounce the dude's name.
He got his point across in under 40 seconds. You got your point across in over 40 seconds.
Thank you.
That's a point to me.
Next, what do we got? Give us a question.
Like Frizz would say. Moving on to the NBA. Which team can make an impact or surprise fans this year in the playoffs? Gemz, start it off.
I'm going with the Indiana Pacers here. Brogdon, he's hurt right now, but you got Turner, you got Warren there, leading scorer. You got Sabonis and you got Lamb. But you know what? Nate McMillan, he got these guys playing good basketball. And Victor Oladipo, we forgot about him. He was averaging close to 20 points a game last season. He's coming off a knee injury, and it's looking promising that he's coming back. So you add him to that team, you add him to that cohesive group, look out. They're already number 6 in the Eastern Conference right now. Play against them in a 7-game series, look out. Indiana Pacers.
Nice.
All right.
Next.
That's what's up. Give me the Miami Heat. Okay. They're 18-1 at home. Okay. Tearing it up right now. Jimmy Butler, 20.3 a game. Okay. Abendeo, he's 10.7 on the boards. Okay. Butler leading the team with assists. I definitely think Nunn and Dragic, they're tearing it up for that team right now. They are a team to watch right now because they are dangerous because Jimmy Butler has finally hit his game and they're hard to beat at home. So let's see how they do in the playoffs. Give me the Miami Heat in the 7-game series, okay, just because they got depth.
Oof. That's a tie. I'm going to leave that point open, and that'll be a tiebreaker. Y'all both got your point across in 40 seconds. Okay. Let's move on to more ridiculousness.
I like that show.
I do.
That's one of my favorite shows on MTV.
Question. Who's starting this one? Frizz, you're starting this one, right? Frizz, you're up. Will Golden State return to the winning ways once Curry and Clay return?
Man, I'm going to say no. I don't think they're going to be that good anymore. I think teams are passing him by right now. I know they're hurt. I know they're great players, but I just don't think they're going to have the chemistry and the cohesiveness to win games early. I think it'll take them a while in order for them to get their chemistry back. I think that Curry can definitely shoot the lights out, and so can Klay Thompson, but I think they need a little bit more on that team. I think the Golden State Warriors are in trouble.
All right. You got a chance, Gemz. You got a chance.
Well, I tell you what, the Golden State Warriors reportedly, they're 9-27 right now, so they're not doing nothing this year. But they're starting to move some of their veteran players around in trades and stuff like that. So they're getting ready. So once Clay comes back, you got Draymond there, you got Curry. We don't know how D'Angelo Russell's going to fit in that nucleus there. I do think they could get back to the winning form due to the fact that the Golden State Warriors are monitoring Karl Anthony Towns' situation in Minnesota. So if they could come out with a big trade and persuade him to come out there and play with Clay and Curry and Draymond and trade D'Angelo, I think it'd be a good fit.
Well, both of y'all went over 40.
So who got the point, Gemz? No, don't. I don't even want to win. I'm just getting my point across.
This is some reverse psychology, right? I know this stuff. I know this. But you know what? Frizz, you don't have any impact on me. Gemz, you don't have any impact on me.
The fans just want to hear great stuff from Frizz.
The point rightfully goes to Gemz. Thank you. Moving on.
Sympathy point.
Okay.
Y'all are tied, by the way. NFL. Gemz, you got this one. What is Tom Brady's future with the Patriots? Is it certain or uncertain? Is he coming back? Is he moving on?
Ooh, now that's good. That's a good question right there. I think that is very uncertain. Brady's in his contract year, and there's a void, so they can't franchise tag him. So there's only 3 things that happen. He could return, he could retire, he could move to another team. And there's 2 possibilities. He already put his house up on the market, so there's speculation there. And, he stepped down from co-chair of the Best Buddies chapter. So it all makes sense why there's a lot of speculation. There is a lot of uncertainty, and this could be his last game at Gillette Stadium if they lose. I really do think that he may move on after this year. This is it. He's 42.
I don't think he goes anywhere. I think he's going to retire a Patriot. I think Belichick's going to stay there too. I know there's some speculation about him going to the Giants possibly, but I definitely think Brady's going to finish it out there. He's not as strong as he's been. Definitely, everybody could see that. He's definitely lost a step or lost an arm, if you will. He definitely is not his old self. He's just grinding it out. He does find ways to win. I think he's going to win this playoff game here. And I definitely think he's going to finish his legacy and his career in New England because it's Tom Brady. No one's going to sign him.
All right.
No, absolutely not.
What?
Who's going to want a 42-year-old quarterback for possibly 1 year?
A team that got a great offense and a great defense. Right.
You'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, that was just that. You don't know what you're.
Well,
go
this
ahead.
point goes to Gemz. Let's move on. And you know what? I'm going to shuffle my questions here, just the last 2 that I have, because I want to spend a little bit more time on the next one, but I'm going to leave that one for last. So we're going to move on to the NHL. And Frizz, you're the NHL expert here, so let's start with you. Jake Genzel is out 4 to 6 months, months, not weeks, months, after making the All-Star team. Crosby is back skating at practice. What's this mean for Pittsburgh?
Okay, big blow. Jake Gensel, the leading goal scorer right now for the Pittsburgh Penguins, goes down with a shoulder injury after he scored a goal the other night, made the All-Stars. He's having a heck of a year. The Penguins have been beat up all year, but they are still in the running. They are in the hunt with 53 points right now. They're finding ways to win. Their defense has gotten better. They're definitely leaning on Hornquist a little bit more right now. He's back with an injury, so that's helping them out. Christian Jarry, their goaltender, he's definitely filling in great. Matt Murray, not so much. Jarry right now is their starter, but I definitely think with Crosby coming back maybe within the next month is going to help. Let's go, Pens.
You didn't answer the question, so this is going to be an easy one for me.
Oh, you can't
the
say
question
it
is what, Tay? Go ahead.
Well, go ahead.
Say it again. Okay, I'll say it again.
Yeah,
the question is, what does that mean for the Pittsburgh Penguins? Well, I'll tell you what it means. You didn't. I'll tell you what it means. It means that they need to do something because besides Brian Rust, they don't have anybody that's going to produce those 20 goals that Guentzel has thus far. So with that being said, Malkin isn't a spring chicken anymore, and you got Sidney Crosby. Yeah, that's a benefit. That's a plus that he's coming back right now. He's skating by himself. He's getting ready. But who else you got? You need to act now, get a trade, bring somebody in that can help you with production until Crosby gets back to himself, to help Malcolm out on the wings.
Hornquist is definitely able to produce 20 goals.
I got both of y'all stare looking at me like, who got the point?
I don't care about the point. My point was delivered. I did.
But you didn't answer the question. You just gave us stats about the team
being banged up all year
thus far. But what does that mean?
That means they're competing.
But what does that mean for the Pens? With Guentzel hurt, you have to do something. They're still in the hunt. They are, but what does this mean for them? This means that they better act now. Do something to replace that production because they don't have it.
They're playing some good hockey,
right now.
And I'm going to tell you what, their defense has been 10 times better than last year already. So we'll see what happens. We got a long way to go. We're not even at the All-Star break.
All right. Now, this is the last question, and I'm just going to throw the 40-second clock out the door because I think this deserves a little bit more than 40 seconds. So this will just be an open discussion. Now, what is your take on the Cowboys firing Jason Garrett? I know a lot of fans. You have a lot of fans based in Texas, and they were, even people that aren't in Texas were wanting him out way before early in the season. So what is your take on the Cowboys firing Jason Garrett? Who's next?
I'll take this first. I think this is a great move by Dallas. He had to go a while ago, if you ask me, and I'm not even a Dallas fan. I think that they needed to make a move. But then what we talked about earlier, Gemz, this is an owner issue. I don't care what coach you bring in there. I don't care if it's Jimmy Johnson again, Bill Cowher, whoever the heck you want to bring in that's a legendary coach or a new coach. I think that team is run by an owner. That head coach does not make any decisions at all. And I don't care who comes in. If Ron Rivera would have went there or if Belichick goes there. I don't think that the coach and the owner coincide enough in order to make decisions on their own. And I think that if Jerry Jones wants to do it, you coach the team.
That'd be funny.
80-year-old Jerry Jones on the sideline or however old he is. Let's see if he could do it. It's not that easy.
He's 77.
Okay. 77.
But
with the talent that they have, it shouldn't even be that way. They should not be out of the playoffs. That's my point.
Yeah, you're right. I can't even argue with you about this. I mean, we talked about this before. So yeah,
Yeah.
Garrett should have been let go years ago, right? Years ago. So this isn't really that big of a deal. But I tell you what they need to do. Number one, they need to swing big for Jason Garrett's successor here. Because I tell you what, the 77-year-old owner there, Jerry Jones, he's looking down the barrel of his own mortality, right? And I hate to say that, but he wants to win a Super Bowl because he's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
he better swing for the fences, right? I mean, that just makes sense. You got to extend Dak Prescott in 2020 and ignore the tag. Don't franchise tag him. Let him play with confidence. You shouldn't have one of your best players thinking about contract. Let him go in the season and get focused. They gotta secure Amari Cooper's tag option as well. Okay. And then the last thing, try to retain Byron Jones and select a cornerback in the 2020 draft there. And you know what? Trade Jamal Adams and please end the romance with Jason Witten.
Agreed.
Get another athletic tight end in there.
It.
I know Jason Witten, a Hall of Famer, but you have to cut the bait. You gotta release him. Just let it go. Let him be a coach or something. Get him out. Put an athletic tight end in there so you got somebody that's athletic, running great routes for Dak. So when Amari on the guys on the outside isn't open, you got the middle wide open, the athletic younger guy. So that's just my take on that. We all know that Jason Garrett, he shouldn't have been there. We should have let him go for years ago. But it was a loyalty thing. So shout out to Jerry Jones about, the whole loyalty thing, being loyal to Jason Garrett. But it's time, and Jerry Jones knows there's not enough time left, because the group that he has is talented. But you know how the NFL is. You can't pay everybody. So it's time to make a move now.
Now that deserved more than 40 seconds.
That's the end. We'll play clock segment.
Oh, God, I knew it was coming.
But who won?
All right, you know what?
Hold on. But who won?
Okay, so y'all were tied, but let me finish up before you slam me. Remember that one question that I said both of y'all are tied on that one? I'm going to leave that as a tiebreaker. The NBA question at which team can make an impact on or surprise fans this year during the playoffs. Remember that question? Okay. It's Tay's professional opinion that Gemz answered that question properly. So
okay, yeah. Think what you want.
The appropriate way, you have your winner, the correct way.
Gemz.
He doesn't answer the question.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I get a round of applause. Thank you.
Sure you will.
Thank you, everybody. I'll be on tour soon.
Tay's Take.
What you got, Tay?
Tay. All right, I got something for you guys. Now, we all know that being invited to the NHL All-Star Weekend is a big honor.
Absolutely.
But last year, we had a player, I can't pronounce his name,
Alex Ovechkin.
Him. He sat out last year and he was suspended for one game for not attending the All-Star Weekend, and that was... He chose to sit out because he felt his body needed rest and he was nursing an injury, which, good for him. This year, we have another player that is being suspended for one game from the NHL, and that's Fleury from the Las Vegas Knights. Marc-Andre Fleury from the Las Vegas Knights. I have to say, shame on you, NHL. Not Fleury. Ooh. You thought I was going to say Fleury, right?
No.
Absolutely not. Shame on the NHL. They chose to stick to their policy. I understand it's their policy, but in this case, we have Marc-Andre Fleury, who is grieving the loss of his father. And so he chooses to spend time, very much needed time, with his family instead of playing the All-Star Weekend. And the NHL chooses to suspend him for one game. Shame on you, NHL.
All right. I agree, too.
Yeah, I agree with Tay on this one.
You know why I
totally agree on this one.
Because you should have the choice to play in an all-star game if you want. I know the fans want to see it, like you said. Yeah, but if you're dealing with something, they're still human. If you're dealing with an injury, a death in the family, something like that, come on now. That's not good.
And injuries are part of the sport, any sport, especially hockey, is very physical.
Yeah.
Injury is part of the sport. And like last year, what was his name again? Pronounce it, because you're
Alex Ovechkin.
Ovechkin. He chose to sit out, knowing the consequences. That's fine. He felt the suspension was worth, letting his body rest. In this situation for Fleury, it's not so much that his body needs the rest. He's mourning the loss of his father. And he needs to be there for his family just as much as his family needs to be there for him.
It's tough.
Yeah.
So shame on you, NHL. Shame on you.
Take.
I'm done.
Red bottom queen going at the NHL. Like it.
I'm done. NHL, you're out.
Hit us up at Seat Stadium on our Twitter. We're up over 1,040 followers now. Shout out to that.
Woo-hoo.
And we're starting to kick butt here in January with over 50 downloads already.
That's right.
In 3 days. Shout out to that.
I'm low-key jealous.
Good, right? I mean, that's good.
Yeah, because you haven't been on.
Okay, I'm high-key jealous because I wasn't on the episode, and it's like the most downloaded episode of since we started. But you know what? Congratulations. Acting kind of shady. Ain't no limit, baby.
Gemz trying to be Beyonce or who is it?
Destiny's
Child, bringing them back.
Say my name. Say my name. Everybody say Gemz.
G-E-M-Z. Gemz.
All right. Moving on.
So funny. Move on.
I'm not jealous, but I will say congratulations.
Go ahead.
Well, since you missed the last show, we got to get you in. Congratulations on finishing second.
Yeah, I demand a recount.
In the NFL picks. We counted like 10 times, actually.
You were second. No.
Hey, real quick, breaking news. Jonathan Taylor, the running back from Wisconsin, he's declared for the NFL draft. So he's coming out, going to be a force. Pittsburgh, hit him up. You need a back. Hey.
You know what? He might be around in the second round.
Hit him up.
We need a running back. He might be around. There's a lot of defensive guys, a lot of quarterbacks going first.
And they're down a dozen.
Around. You know how running backs, the value of a running back is.
You can get one from the 2nd to the 7th round if you ask me. Eric Bieniemy, the OC for the Chiefs, he's scheduled to meet with the Browns tonight.
Yeah, you know what? I think that the Cleveland Browns need to start interviewing head coaches with the offensive mind.
I think he would do a heck of a job.
He's talented.
Also,
he has a great mind on offensive
Eagles,
side.
they rolled out Nelson Aguilar. He's out versus Seattle. And a big one, Zach Ertz is questionable. That could be big for – that's what I'm saying.
Who else they got?
So that's just some NFL breaking news right now. I know, it definitely is.
This might get ugly.
Since we got Tay here.
Stadium Seats NFL Pick Segment brought to you by DC4LCustomTees.com. Let's go.
So hit at DC4LCustomTees.com up for our t-shirts. Get that merch.
Get our swag.
Get your swag on. I got to get the white one.
I think the white one would be nice.
What do you think, Gemz?
Yeah.
Summertime.
Yeah, the white one's nice. Especially, you know what? Get the white one.
You're right.
And
you got to get that white one.
That's the summertime one. The all white with the white shoes. Nice little blue jeans, fresh crisp white Stadium Seats shirts, white hats. Slaw love.
We should try that.
You should get the tank top Stadium Seats.
Jeans with the white crisp.
Nice. That's a great idea.
Yes. Absolutely.
All
right, we'll look forward to that then. So,
yeah,
since you weren't on, nah, you don't want to see those.
Frizz got the open toes.
Not my open toes.
Speaking of toes, I have a question for you all.
Oh man,
real quick.
We're in a pick segment. Okay. All right, what do you got?
Quick.
Here we go.
Male pedicures, yay or nay?
Nay. I ain't.
Yay.
One time in my life I did that. I felt weird.
I'll tell you.
You felt weird, but how did your feet feel afterwards?
I'll tell you.
I felt bad for the lady scrubbing them. I want to tell you that. I was like, I really felt
weird. How did your
weird.
feet feel? Not the lady.
But they felt okay, but it hurt a little bit. You know, digging all up in there. But I'm going to tell you what. Yo, Gemz.
This gives me a visual of Dumb and Dumber.
Hold on. Because, man, I just was sitting in that chair the whole time. And I was like, this poor lady, she's talking to her friend in a different language. And she's probably like, oh my God, these dudes' toes are so ill. Like, I'm going to tell the listeners out there. And I felt like bad for that lady. And it's all good. I mean, I got no shame, but I just...
Well, if you feel bad for her...
But
maybe it's a sign that you should go more often.
Just don't.
Yeah, it's self-care.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong.
All right.
Moving on.
Let's get into this since Tay wasn't there to make her picks. Bills, Texans, tomorrow, 3:30. Who do you got, Tay?
I got the Texans.
I figured that.
That's right.
Me and Gemz thought that.
H-Town, baby.
And Gemz, just to let the fans know again, who do you have? Okay. And I'm going with the Buffalo Bills.
I got the Texans.
So
I got the Texans.
The night game, Titans versus Patriots. Okay. -5.5 New England. Tay, who do you got?
You know what? I really want to see the Patriots go down, and they haven't been on their best game lately. But I don't think that the Titans are there yet to take them on. So I'm going to go with the Patriots.
All right. And Gemz, let the fans know. Same here. I got the Pats all the way in Foxborough. Tough game. We talked about that last episode. We're just letting Tay get her picks in here because we're doing another contest for the playoffs.
Okay.
Hope you know that.
Well,
we got the Vikings and the Saints on Sunday at 12. Me and Gemz, I believe we both went with the Saints. Am I right? Who you got?
I really like both of these teams. I really, really do.
Right. You're right.
I know y'all laugh at me, but I really like the Vikings colors, and I just liked them since Randy Moss was there. I really like them. But my heart goes with the Saints.
All right. We all agree with the Saints then. Moving on. And then finally, the Seahawks and the Eagles. Who do you have, Tay?
I got the Seahawks.
Same here, and I believe Gemz has the Seahawks as well. Is that right? Especially with that injury report that just came out.
Yes, I do.
Like, who do they got?
Whoa, that's scary. That's super scary.
So we'll see what happens.
It was
NFL
already
playoff
scary.
time.
Now it's super scary.
Unfortunately, my team isn't. They're sitting at home watching.
Yeah, I'm writing this down. Y'all best believe I'm writing this down.
You know what?
No, we're starting from scratch, right?
Yeah, this is scratch. This is a
new second place.
Contest.
Okay, move on. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I tell you what, Frizz.
I agree.
Even though the team's not in, it's still
every
the
year,
NFL
man.
playoffs. Still going to be exciting.
Now it's 2 in a row.
You know, this is,
and I'm just not used to it, man. It hurts me. Yeah, but I mean, I knew it was going to happen.
We always got next year. I think next year is promising. So,
well, and given their situation with injuries and whatnot, I think it's the best option for them right now to bow out early and just focus on getting healthy. So.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Stadium Seats at Seat Stadium on our Twitter. Hit us up. Stadium Seats Podcast at gmail.com. Email us questions. next show definitely going to happen. We're going to have our first ever live phone call.
That's right.
First ever live phone call on the show. We're changing it up a little bit.
Hey, what if it's Lem Dog?
Whoa, he better see if he got his t-shirt.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
You know what? We should start inviting fans to call into the show. Right?
That's fine.
No, we have a fan number. We got the logistics worked out.
Oh, dang. All right. Well, that's what's up. Stadiums. Well, I ain't putting your business out there. You ain't putting mine out there.
Frizz trying to put my biz out there. Go ahead.
Stadium Seats. Frizz. Gemz. Tay.
Hey. I will.
Go drink your coffee, Gemz. I'll get my toes done. You heard?
Hey, go get some red bottoms. Go get them red bottoms now. Stop playing.
Stadium Seats, we're out of here.
Decaf.
It's Stadium Seats, so what can I say? It's the end of the show with Gemz, Frizz, and Tay. So tune in the next week, you know we bringing the heat. And subscribe to the page, you know we hot in the street. At Seat Stadium, the Twitter be that. Tay, with the topics, she's bringing the facts. But the style so great and the swag so wrong. Stadium Seat Podcast at gmail.com. Love.